Calling each other Lars the other night. I didn't know whether I was watching a 6th grade recess fight or a bad piece of reality TV. I can tell you one thing. It's not good for the United States to think that is the test of leadership. So here's my case. When the president gave his last State of the Union speech a few weeks ago, he said, I know we have problems, but you should be optimistic because the United States is the best positioned big country in the world for the new century. We are for several reasons. First, we're already outperforming every other big economy. We have 14 million jobs in 5 years. That's the most new jobs we've had since that last Democrat was president, whatever his name was. He said, we have 90% of our people with health insurance coverage for the first time in history. Frankly, if we could get Texas and a few other states to take the Medicaid expansion for working families, we'd be at 95, and it would take us no effort at all to get to 100 and do the other things we need to do on health care. With all respect, she doesn't believe we have to build walls. She thinks we have to build ladders of opportunity and tear down barriers that keep people off the ladders. And this is really important. We can create millions of jobs in this country with stuff that's right here at hand. We rank, as I said, first or second in the world in the capacity to generate electricity from our own clean sources. She wants to put up 500 million solar panels in 4 years and have every home in the United States of America completely powered by clean energy and owned by the American people. And none of that stuff can be exported. They're all jobs that are going to be here. Remember what we saw at San Bernardino the other day when all those people were being shot? And there were the police going in time and time, trying to save all those people's lives without regard to their race or their religion, putting themselves on the line. They were there. So you need police reform and you need the police. And we got to say both, which means we need more police on the street patrolling neighborhoods where they look like the people they're patrolling. And when something goes wrong, there needs to be a neighborhood dispute resolution mechanism so that everybody has to sit down and agree on what happened and how to stop it from ever happening again. And in America today, believe it or not, you never see them on television because they have that, and that's why you never see them on television. We can do this. We were in South Carolina, you know, where Hillary had a great, great victory. So this guy comes and he starts harassing me about it. Talking about, you know, the Benghazi and all that. And the police wanted to shut him down. And I said, no, wait, let him talk. I said, sir, I'll let you talk. And all I ask is that you let me answer. So he's going, you know, he's got every little talking point from every right-wing place you can get. And he's going and going and going. So finally I said, okay, I've given you a lot of time now. I'd like to answer. And he literally was physically and emotionally incapable of shutting up. No, listen. He couldn't stop talking. Why? Because he knew if he stopped talking, I might be able to answer his concern. And we must never listen to each other. We must never give each other an answer. Otherwise, we won't be able to be mad. We won't be foaming at the mouth. We won't look like we need a rabies shot. We won't be able to scream. You're laughing about this, but I'm telling you, we cannot build America in the 21st century with dysfunctional politics based on dehumanizing our adversaries. And everybody dysfunctional. I want you to get some people to help. Now and later, Texas should be a purple state. Texas should be. 40 years ago, no, 44 years ago, when she was very young, Hillary came to South Texas to register Hispanic voters who had not been registered in the past. That's before our friends thought they could actually keep people from voting, so they had to then discourage people from registering in the first place. It's gotten a lot more bald now. But from that day to this, we have always believed in the promise of this state. She has always seen in the faces of the people who live here a glimpse of the future which might be achieved if we could simply all rise together. You're not asking for too much. All you're asking for is the economics of everybody, a society of everybody, a politics of everybody, and a foreign policy which empowers us to win the argument about how the world should live and what we can become. I'm telling you, everything the president said is true. We are the best positioned country in the world for the future. But that's what elections are about. We have to seize it. And this is a dramatic, clear, unambiguous choice. Choose right. Go bring it home for tomorrow. Thank you.